Hello, everyone. So I'm really excited about today's topic. I'm going to just go ahead and quickly ensure that this is up and running on my Facebook page, and we will get started. I know that there's a delay with Be Live. I'm hoping that it's actually live. If not, we're just going to use my phone. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so if you're watching me for the first time, you may not know who I am. I'm going to introduce myself in just a second, but I wanted to talk to you. Oh, I'm on my Facebook page, so we're live. Awesome. All right, guys. So hello, everybody. My name is Fabiola Giordani, and I'm using Be Live for the second time in a row, so it's kind of like, where do I look? My name is Fabiola Giordani, and I'm a business and marketing coach, and what I do is I help entrepreneurs utilize the power of online marketing to grow their businesses 6 figures and beyond. And what I do specifically is I help them create marketing systems that helps them attract clients and also make a profit daily in their business. Sorry, my puppy's here, like trying to seek attention. All right, so today I wanted to share with you, today's day 5 of 21 days of going live. I want to talk to you about how you can stop confusing your audience and how to clarify your marketing message. So what I thought was hilarious was I was at church this morning praying and then talking to God. I was like, in my prayer, I was like, am I confusing? Not that I'm confusing God, but like, am I confusing myself or the way I share my prayer? And I thought maybe other people are doing the same. And I actually thought about like when I first started my business till now. When I first started my business, my marketing was really kind of confusing because I was using industry lingo. And so what I want to share with you is that I want to encourage you. I don't know where do I look, to be honest. So if you're watching me, you're like, what is she doing? I don't know. Just so you know, you can also drop me a note or a comment. Just let me know that you're here. He's over here like, why are you not paying attention to me? All right. And so maybe you're at a space where you feel like you're not attracting the right people. So you get on a call with someone and they're looking for ABC and you offer XYZ. Maybe it's like you're putting content out there and you're really not getting anything in return because you're a business owner. What you do in your business should be bringing you income. Hi, Mickey. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Hi, welcome. And so maybe that's where you're at. So I want to talk about clarifying your marketing message. So the number one thing that I want to encourage you to stop doing in order to clarify your marketing message is to know exactly what makes your clients tick. So the people that you want to work with, what makes them, a lot of times we're talking about the pain points, which is fine, but what gets them excited? What are the end results they're looking for? Also their main major struggles, right? Try to keep it to a minimum of, I want to focus on these 3 main pain points that I can solve for you versus let me try to do everything for you under the sun. Hi, Sandy. And so I want to encourage you to really consider, I can write on-screen updates. Yes, Papa. Sorry, guys. Real life is what live stream is about. I have a puppy and he's like, I want to go outside. So what makes your clients tick? So I'll put that in there. Hopefully, there it is. So what makes your clients tick? Because the goal here is to ensure that you're speaking directly to them. Just like when you create an offer, you want it to be like so specific that they're like, oh my gosh, she's all in my head and she's probably peeking in my windows, which is kind of creepy. But you want them to feel like this was made just for me. I am going through the exact same thing that she's talking about in this copy or in this webinar or whatever the case may be. That's exactly what you want to understand about your client. So I know we talk about client avatars, knowing your target market, and we talk about like where they live, their hair color, and all that beautiful, wonderful stuff. But the truth is, all that doesn't matter if you don't know what's inside their head and what they're really in need of and what they're looking for in terms of the solution. And so that's step 1 to clarifying your marketing message. Number 2 is, what do you do for your audience that actually gets some results? So part of your marketing message needs to illustrate what you offer to people and what you help them with. Because a lot of times we're in a space where we're not actually sharing with people what we do. So let me just put that in there. And even though we're like, yeah, I do share this with people, but we're not being very clear on what do we do and how do I get them. Okay. All right. So How do I get them results is the second one. So what do you do that helps your clients get results? Because that's really important. It's really important for you to understand that in a way that you can articulate that so clearly to them that it makes it easy. So one thing I want to say about your marketing message is that you can't use industry lingo or jargon. So a lot of times we're doing that, especially in our business, because we're like, well, I coach other coaches, so they should know this. But the truth is, if they need you and you are the right person for them, they most likely don't know all this stuff that you're talking about. And so you need to be as simple as possible. And I don't want to say your clients are smart. They're incredible people. My clients are smart. But you want to dumb it down. I know it sounds like, oh, that's insulting, but you got to dumb it down, keep it simple, because not everyone's going to understand what you are talking about. So one thing that I realized that I'm doing in my marketing when I was at church praying this morning is I use the word leads. And yes, you all know what leads are, but sometimes people don't know what do you mean by generating leads or getting, creating a lead generation system. But you can say, I help you create or create a system that's going to get you clients. That's more to the point, because sometimes we're using that language and we think, well, everybody should know this, right? They're a business owner. But the truth is you're missing out on people who really need you because you're not being super clear. All right. So the next thing that I want, which I already talked about, which is skipping the jargon. And of course, focus on how can you make your message so clear that it's going to have them flock to you. So for example, one of my clients and friend, she uses, what is her marketing message? So she's all about helping you be clutter-free. And that clutter-free is all about being clutter-free in your life, in your business, and anything that you do, kind of clearing a space to make room for yourself. I don't have the exact marketing message in my head, but that message, that movement is awesome because it's really to the point. Another thing that I want to share with you is don't try to be so clever when you do your marketing message and you put that message out there, because there's a fine line between being confusing and clever and just missing the mark altogether. So if you're trying to be super cute with it, like I help boss babes create incredible brands that's going to get them help them make bank. Not everybody gets that, right? Even though it's kind of like, yeah, it's awesome. But you could just say, I help savvy women entrepreneurs or stylish savvy women entrepreneurs, maybe speaking directly to those people you want to attract, create incredible websites that help them build their brand and build a profitable brand or something like that. That's actually clearer, even though it's have the little clever part of it where it's like, I want to really work with those who are stylish and savvy and about their business. I'm very clear on that. So there's a fine line between being clever and confusing. So you want to kind of get out of the confusing mindset. And if you guys have questions, feel free to pop them in and I will answer them for you. So you just don't want to confuse your people trying to do too much. So if you're on Teams Too Much Bus, please get off of it. And so I want to just encourage you, sorry, puppy drama. I want to encourage you to really stay focused on what do you help people do. So for example, if you help your clients be seen online and book clients, just say that, right? Just say that. I help my clients create a brand strategy, marketing strategy to be seen online or social media strategy, whatever it is, so that they can get clients. Or in my case, I help my clients create marketing systems that's going to get them booked with clients and also create profits daily in their business. And so another thing that you want to kind of avoid is trying to use what's hot right now. I remember my copywriter was like, there was something I wanted to use in my marketing. I think it was like Formation because Beyonce's song came out. I wanted to use in my copy. She was like, be careful because pretty soon, even though Formation is popping now, pretty soon people won't really care. And so don't utilize that because sometimes, especially if you're doing something that you're going to be doing over and over again, it's going to kind of confuse your audience because 5 years down the line, people may not know what I'm talking about. And so I want to just encourage you to take notes today and write this out. So the first thing you want to do, just a quick recap, is to understand what makes your clients tick, not just how pretty their looks and feel and what they do. Really understand what's inside their head. What are their struggles? What are they Googling, staying up at night for? What do you solve for them is number two, as the expert for them. And then the third thing is to skip the jargon. Unless, even if you're working with your colleagues, maybe for example, my colleagues are my clients. So I coach other coaches, which is not the only clientele that I have, but they do come to me for support in their business, for marketing support. You still want to kind of keep it simple and to the point. And lastly, don't try to be too clever with your marketing message, because that kind of throws people off. And so that could also make it really confusing for them to get things done, or to understand that you're the expert for them just because you're not really clear. So part of creating that clarity in your marketing message is you can do what's called an I help statement. So it's I help, and then who do you help? So I help women entrepreneurs, I help photographers, event planners, whoever that you help. So I help the following people do the following things and get the following results. So, or I help those who are going through whatever it is. So I help entrepreneurs who are ready to stand out online and utilize online marketing to do what? To grow their business, to get clients, to increase their sales. Like, what is that you do? If you want to like really keep your marketing message simple and get it really clear, use that I help statement. So I help person or people who are in whatever space get this particular result. All right. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. Because as you know, we're doing 21 days of live streaming. So we got to kind of keep it short so that you're not here like watching me ramble on all day. If you have any other questions, concerns, outbursts, you can go ahead and pop them in the comments below. Of course, if you're watching the replay, feel free to give Mama some hearts. We love hearts. And then lastly, call to action for you today is, are you being clear with your marketing message? If not, I want to encourage you to take the time to write out your I help statement. And this is not just for those who are new to business. Every year in my business, I kind of refine what that is. Hi, Stephanie, you're on live. Every year I take the time to get clear about my marketing message. Here's why. Because my business is changing. I'm shifting to different things, different products, whatever I want to do in my business. And so you'll notice all the big names, even though they're not like completely going left and saying, changing their entire message, it still gets tweaked. And you want to check in with yourself to ensure that you're on the right path. And so if you, for example, launched the mastermind for people who are in business for 3 years and used to serve like all newbies, you obviously need a new marketing message. And so you really have to think about like every year to really check in with yourself to figure out where you are in your business, where you want to go, and really focus on how you can refine that. It doesn't have to be completely changed. It doesn't have to go left or right. You can just adjust it to meet where you are in your business. So that's all I wanted to share with you. I really appreciate you watching. And of course, don't forget that our Get Booked Out Marketing Challenge starts this Sunday, April 9th. And if you are watching this replay a long time from now, you can still go to my email list and join, right? But I want you to go to the link somewhere on this particular live stream and register. And when you do, you'll get some awesome goodies, okay? Stephanie said, yes, we must be growing with our customers. Yes, or we have to rebrand. Exactly. I have a friend who rebrands every year. She gets a new website. Her messaging it shifts a little because as she grows, she grows, her business grows. And so she does make those changes, but she does get a new website every year, which I think is awesome and also hilarious. But she loves it. That's what she does. And people know her for that person who likes to get a new website every year. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're watching this, you're like, where's she looking? I don't even know because BeLive is mad confusing, but I just want to come on here and share this with you. And of course, like I said, if you have questions, post them below. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.